Zeppelin Wars, a revival of the dead game Zeppelin Battle. While they are different games, with the creator LowKiller1 or IOI and the head developer Cadentopia. IOI no longer takes part in Zeppelin Wars development. This left just Cadentopia, but recently Caden hired more developers to help him work on the game. But let's be real for a minute, who actually cares? Being one of my favorite Roblox games, aside from Anomalous Activities, Zeppelin Wars is just one of those games that doesn't get boring to me. The game modes are diverse enough to let you keep playing. You see, in Zeppelin Wars, we have two main styles of play, pilots and crew. Pilots can fly planes, crew cannot. In order to get a plane, you need to head to the back of your Zeppelin to the spawner. This will allow you to purchase a plane for a set amount of points. You gain these points passively. Your goal as a pilot is to inflict damage and to hopefully get rid of ammo boxes or tanks. Crew can do this too, but they're limited to only using the cannons on their deck. A major distinction between pilots and crew, aside from the piloting, is that pilots get bombs. Bombs vary in ranges. Each bomb is unique in their own way, being good in different situations and being annoying in their own ways. Crew, on the other hand, have a different experience in the game. They get to defuse bombs and also have their own defensives against pilots and planes. Your main task as crew is to defend your Zeppelin and defuse bombs. You must also repair things that get damaged in the meantime. Neither playstyle is easier than the other, as they both face their own unique set of challenges, but in the end, it doesn't really matter. Alright, so Classic. The simplest game mode to understand. The game mode is pretty straightforward. You just gotta kill them before they kill you. I really don't have much reason to spend much time on this, but I guess I'll just show the game, or we win. Yeah. There's a few different ways to win in Classic, but the traditional ways are usually either kill all their tanks or kill them with stability, which is technically killing them with their tanks. Each Zeppelin has 100% stability at the start of a match, and tanks also contribute to that stability of the Zeppelin. Every Zeppelin has a minimum stability. If you reach that threshold, you lose. Once you hear that alarm, it's too late for either you or your enemy. Sometimes you can both go down at the same time or even go down on land. This will prolong the game. It doesn't matter what happens, if your Zeppelin or your enemy's Zeppelin's stability reaches its minimum threshold, you or them lose. Typically, on Classic, the bridge is what lets you repair the back tank, and the back tank is the most open, as it's in the hangar. If you notice light bombers or rockets hitting the bridge or the tank, you should try to repair it, or kill the pilots. But sometimes you can't do anything about it. Torpedo bombers can also fire from a long distance, and their torpedoes will kill the tank if they fire them correctly. This is why it's paramount for both pilots and crew to work together to prevent any enemy pilots from taking out their tanks. That's just a brief summary on Classic. There's more to the game, but that's all you need to know.
You're gonna stay on my dick until you die. You serve no purpose in life. Your purpose in life is to be in my place.
So, Raid. One of the more unique game modes. See, in this game mode, pirates have a buffed version of the regular Zeppelin. It has many different armaments compared to the regular one, like flare launchers, autocannons, and bombs. Although the bombs aren't used for the majority of the match, if the pirates get to the patrol base on the other side of the map, they drop the bombs and win. Hopefully that's enough information to tell that pirates are trying to blow up the patrol base to win. On the other hand, patrol is trying to take out this raid Zeppelin. This game mode gets changed the most frequently for sure. Battlefield, yes, and Dreadnought of course, but raid has always been in the game and it's always being updated. Patrol in this game mode get access to boats, and also assault blimps, which are tiny versions of Zeppelins that have torpedo launchers on them. Alone, these two are usually pretty weak, but if you group them up together and play smart, you can take down the raid Zeppelin very quickly. Something important to note is that pirates in this game mode have a harder time with their planes. They don't get points like Patrol do. Patrol get points per kill. Pirates do not. Both sides do get passive point income. A key thing to know as well is that pirates will be spending a majority of their time as crew and on the Zeppelin defending. Patrol will pretty much always be a pilot and attacking. In this game mode, it's an asymmetrical mode. Patrol get islands at the start, which they can spawn off of to really start the assault, but pirates have to capture these islands if they want access. Torpedoes are the worst thing for pirates for this mode. They will constantly shred the Zeppelin over and over again and destroy parts that are exposed, like the ammo boxes. The tanks though are very well defended. It's very difficult to destroy them, and I'd say the front tank is actually easier to break than the middle tank, as the back tank has been moved to the middle of the Zeppelin. But another unique thing about this game mode is that the raid Zeppelin is not piloted by an actual player, it's piloted by an AI captain. Pirates should focus on keeping the captain alive, as having him there lets them get to the patrol base quicker. Patrol, on the other hand, are gonna kill the captain as they don't want the pirates to get to their base. But if they do fail in stopping the Zeppelin, then they will drop the bombs and the game will be over. But what about when Patrol wins?
Your purpose in life is to be in that chat, blowing a dick daily. Your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should kill yourself now and give somebody else a piece of that oxygen and ozone layer that's covered up so that we can breathe inside this blue trap bubble. Because what are you here for? To worship me? Kill yourself. I mean that with 100%, with 1,000%. I've never seen somebody so worthless in my life. I dead ass have not seen such a more worthless.
Right now, if you aren't Helen Keller, you can see that the pirate Zeppelin is awfully low from where it should be. This is because a harpoon boat brought it down. If a harpoon boat attaches to the enemy Zeppelin, it will bring it down. Slow, but it will bring it low enough so that way they can use flamethrowers, which I don't understand why are in the game, but anyways.
I've not seen such a more worthless in my life. If he has kids, oh my God. Imagine if a like that has kids. Like imagine if somebody like that actually has kids. I would feel so sorry for his children because he literally serves no fucking purpose. Imagine a father. Now we got lots of wives and kids and shit that suck my dick daily on the internet. But imagine if this nigga actually had children. This is devoting the time that he could be spending with his kids, checking out a black man on stream, cucking over him relentlessly. It's crazy. I've never seen somebody so relentless to be seen. Somebody's value so worthless.
I'm losing my mind. I've been using the same song but different versions 3 times. So, Skirmish, pretty much 2 mini Zeppelins. They're reminiscent of the classic Zeppelins from Zeppelin Battle, but nobody cares about that part. What you need to know is that Skirmish Zeppelins are very interestingly designed. On these Zeppelins, it is possible to kill both ammo boxes that are on the back with 1 bomb. Fisher, time bomb, dynamite, rocket, whatever. The tanks on the other hand are very beefy in this mode. If you haven't noticed, the Zeppelins spawn super close actually at the start of the match. This really starts everything off right away, and makes everything perfectly in range in regards to attacking and assaulting the other Zeppelin. But besides that, this game mode is super simple. It's very easy, just like Classic, because both sides are even. It's very simple. I mean, all you have to do, go to their Zeppelin, plant bombs, kill, that's it. Or you can be an absolute hater and just kill everything you see in the air on the AA guns, with your nets, whatever you want. I'm using a fighter here because I don't like them having fun. Nobody else can have fun besides me. I want all the XP to myself. I want the victory for myself. I don't care about anyone else. It's just about me. But some unique things about this game mode is that there's actually torpedo launchers on these mini Zeppelins, which can do a lot of damage if you use them correctly. The thing is that there's only 4 of them per magazine, I guess you can say, even though there's an entire torpedo rack that is filled to the brim with them that you can't even touch. I mean, come on, what's the point? You can't even interact or take torpedoes from it. But besides that, all you gotta do is kill people, kill more people, disregard for human life, and that's it. And also hope that the lag is not ruining the game, but you know, it depends on the server that you go to. Don't trust any California server, don't trust an Illinois server, don't trust a Canada server, don't trust a Germany server, don't trust a United Kingdom server, don't trust a server that's in Australia especially. I don't know. I mean, at this point, with all the servers being so bad, just don't even play the game. I mean, like, that's the best fix for all of this. Rockets are stupidly good in this game mode, by the way, due to their high blast radius against the small Zeppelin. Another common strategy that you can do, you know, ignoring all the server stuff here that might not, you know, ruin the game, but, you know, is to blow up their plane spotter. Also, please nerf the sun. Please, just, it's so bright, you can't see. Where do you shoot? Look at this, it's just white. What do you even do? Anyways, some strats for Skirmish, as mentioned before. If you blow up their plane spotter, you render that Zeppelin useless. Once you blow up both, they pretty much can't spend their points at all. Another strat is to go for the ammo boxes at the back with the torpedo if you can. Or you could try to torpedo snipe as captain, but that takes a lot more skill, and there's only very few Zeppelin Wars players who I know are actually capable of doing that. One of them is obsessed with it, and I hate very much so, because they complain when you move it even an inch. I don't know though, it's all personal preference in regards to how you want to play the game, but sometimes it won't work. However, it is usually pretty clear who was good and bad at the game. I mean, people can sweat so hard sometimes, it doesn't even matter what you do. And trust me, when they're all crew running stock shoddy and bandoliers, you can't really do much half the time. And I forgot to mention lag too.
Bitch sit on my face, I attack that. Choose up, Lil John, I'm finna pack him. When it comes to my bitch, I'm straight active. Dirt ball in the coupe, smoking cactus. Lil bitch, shut the fuck up. Tell your best friend, shut the fuck up. Ayy, lil bitch, shut the fuck up. Tell your best friend, shut the fuck up. Ayy, you know I love it when you talk dirty. Messy, you my orange soda shorty. You act like a lil me, I wanna fuck you. You the type to kill me, I won't touch you. You want me drop a band on some cute shoes. You want me to be the man.
So, Battlefield. One of the most unique game modes for sure. Aside from Raid and Dreadnought, Battlefield has a different spin on the game. We're on an island, an actual ground-based map. But there's a key difference from Battlefield and every other game mode. That is, there's jeeps, and that Zeppelins aren't necessarily there. See, there's no actual Zeppelin, but there are assault blimps you can buy. These things aren't cheap, by the way. And with no easy way to get points, aside from passive point income, you won't be getting one for quite a long time. The game mode is predominantly crew-based, But for how expensive planes are and how weak and frail they can be in the air, it's really not worth it most of the time, unless you need to get points fast. See, points in this game mode, there's two kinds. The ones that you can spend on planes and jeeps, zeppelins, boats, whatever, which are in this game mode by the way. There's boats in this game mode, but they aren't that good. And then points, which are capture points that are scattered around the map. The point of Battlefield is quite simple as well. Get to 3,000 total points on your side and you win. You can check how many points your team is at by looking at the top of your screen. You'll see the two bars for both sides. You will also see in the middle, there's a square icon of a plane. Depending on what color it is, that shows which team is currently in the lead. The only way to win in Battlefield is to reach the threshold of 3,000 points, or if your team has a higher score than the enemy team does before the match ends. There isn't necessarily a strategy besides working as a team, like most modes, to win the game. Use planes, like fighters, to disable points really quickly, as in this game mode, if you sit on a point for a second, it uncaps it. But it does take a lot longer to recapture it fully if you are alone. If you have multiple people, the capturing scales, so it actually is much faster to go in a group, which is why jeeps are better. By uncapping the point, you prevent them from getting any score from that point whatsoever. Of course you don't either, but it does prolong the game if you need to. It's more of a last resort if you are both struggling to win the game and it's a close match. Most times, you can entirely suppress the enemy team with an armored jeep and 2 wrenches. That's all you need, as you can out-heal most damage from enemies, and if you are first to shoot, you will always get the upper hand, unless they all group up on you. If you are being spawn camped, something you can do to stop it fast if they're in a jeep, is to get one jeep itself. Don't keep spawning jeeps in to try and kill them, as most times you will die first. The best way to kill them is to suicide, as the jeep's explosion radius is really big when it dies. It will kill you of course, but it will most definitely kill them too, allowing you guys to leave your base. Of course, if you are skilled enough in a light bomber, a rocket plane, or a fighter plane, you can take out that jeep camping you very easily. The other reason why it is much more optimal to camp in a jeep, aside from a plane, is that jeeps have 1000% of fuel. Planes, on the other hand, only have 100%, which, if that's not clear enough to you as to why one is better than the other, I don't know. Because here's the thing about this mode. As a plane, really the only place you can refuel and rearm is your own runway. So, if you are at the enemy base and you need to heal, you have to fly all the way back. Now there is one runway in the middle of the map, but the thing about it is that it bugs out once someone spawns an assault blimp, a Zeppelin. For some reason, after they spawn the blimp for the first time, the runway just breaks and doesn't take planes anymore. I don't know if this was like a Skippy Dog error or a Peruvian coding error. Wait, what? Caden's an owner now? It was all just a bad dream? Well, that's cool I guess. Anyways, back to jeeps. To me, that's just one of the many reasons why a jeep is better in this game mode. Because another thing is that with a wrench, or a welder, I mean even a hammer, but it's not that good unless you have a supply jeep, you can repair your jeeps on the go, always have HP, always there. It just feels like a no-brainer to have on-demand HP without having to go somewhere in order to heal. Oh, and I think I forgot to mention, there is no use as a pilot for your bomb. There is genuinely no use. You can place it on a point, but everyone who might come there is most likely going to be crew, and most people don't care about a bomb there, unless you're planting it on an enemy jeep or maybe even a plane. But this rarely happens. Oh yeah, I also think I forgot to mention, you can buy a torpedo bomber in this mode, but there isn't anything to torpedo. And even if you want to torpedo the Zeppelins, the assault blimps, which they take good damage from a torpedo, don't get me wrong, but it's not worth it. You have to line it up, reload, go back, fire. It's not worth it at all. The best plane in my opinion for this mode is probably the rocket plane, as you can hit most things. It's great for killing people, of course, because rockets have like a massive blast radius right now, and if the runway works, it's honestly really good for constant onslaughts against the enemy. I should probably mention that every other plane besides the torpedo bomber can just reload on runways. I should have also covered loadouts in this too, but it doesn't really matter because Vetterli is the best gun. That's it. But hey, that's Battlefield for you. So, I guess that's my take on a tutorial for Zeppelin Wars. I just want to say thank you if you watched all the way through to the end here. It really does mean a lot to me. And if you actually like the video, there will be more eventually. If you like and subscribe, mostly subscribe, you'll get to know when. I want to say thank you to Cascadia, Cadentopia, Otterite, Sensei, Electro, and I guess Lil Killer 1 too. Well, 101. Actually, no, it's not over. They killed the A. Oh, it's over. Oh, the entire Zeppelin's attacked. Oh, holy shit, this is horrible. Oh my god, there's no Zeppelin anymore. Oh, sorry, God.